Leo had been looking for work for 5 months when the message arrived. It came in on Tuesday from a number he didn't know. "Hi, we saw your profile. Flexible remote work. 40 to 60 euros a day. No experience needed. Interested?" He almost deleted it. He had seen the warnings about messages like this one, but he was 5 months in, the rent was due, and the message wasn't asking him for anything. It was offering, so he replied. A friendly woman, Mia, walked him through the work over chat. The job was simple: open an app and complete little tasks. Rate the product, like a video, tap a button to push a hotel up a list. 40 tasks made a set, and each set paid a small commission. That first day, Leo finished 2 sets and watched a balance climb to 30 euros. He pressed withdraw and waited for the cash. The 30 euros landed in his bank account that evening. Real money, in his hand, for tapping a screen. He did it again the next day. He drew again. It paid again. By the end of the week, Mia moved him into a group chat with dozen other workers. They were cheerful. They posted screenshots of their earnings. This was where the real money was, she said. Combination tasks. Combination tasks were bigger bundles of sets, and they paid more, but only when the whole bundle was finished. There was a catch. A combination task had to be funded before it would unlock, so Leo had to put in a small deposit of his own first. He would get it straight back, with a commission on top, the moment the set was done. He hesitated, but he had been paid 3 times already, and these people in the chat were clearly doing well. So he deposited 50 euros, finished the set, and watched his balance jump to 200. It worked. The next combination task needed more, then more again. Each one showed a bigger number waiting at the end, and each one needed a bigger deposit to release it. Somewhere in there, the withdraw button stopped working. A message told him he had hit a frozen task, and had to finish the whole set to free his balance, which by now read 4,000 euros. His 4,000 euros. He just had to deposit a little more to reach it. Stop here for a second and stand where Leo stood. On the screen, 4,000 euros with his name on it, 1 deposit away from his bank account. Behind him, 5 months of no income, plus money he had already borrowed from his brother to get this far. Every instinct said the same thing: so close, don't stop now. So he didn't stop. He borrowed more, and he deposited more. There was no 4,000 euros. There was never a job. The balance on his screen was just a number, typed into an app built by the same people collecting his deposits. The cheerful co-workers in the group chat were the scammers themselves, cheering him on from a dozen fake accounts. And the 30 euros that landed in his bank that first week? Real. And that was the cleverest part. It was bait. Paid out of another victim's deposit, to buy Leo's trust before they took everything he had. The tasks were never the job. Leo was the job. This is the fastest growing scam in the world right now. Back in 2020, the US fraud regulator barely recorded a single task scam. By the first half of 2024, it was counting around 20,000 of them. That was close to half of all the job scams reported. Job scams together cost Americans just over $500 million that year, and it travels. In Spain, the cyber agency has a name for the version that pays you: money for likes. In Brazil, they call it golpe da vaga falsa, the fake job scam. It spreads fastest over messaging apps. Singapore lost $156 million to job scams in a single year. Different languages, the same app, the same climbing fake balance. Here's the part that surprises people. This scam's favorite target isn't the old, it's the young. In Singapore, it's the youngest victims, 19 and under, who walk into job scams the most. In Japan, the crowd answering these easy job ads is 70% under 30. And not because young people are naive. The lure is shaped like the exact job a young person needs right now. Remote, flexible, pays today. A message offering easy money should ring an alarm. For a lot of people Leo's age, it doesn't, because easy remote money is just how the month gets paid. But aimed at the young doesn't mean only the young. The same app, the same climbing balance, lands just as hard on a parent between jobs or on a retiree stretching a small pension. Anyone who needs the month to be a little longer is on the list. None of this has anything to do with how clever Leo is. It works on hope. It works on a few real payments early. Most of all, it works on the oldest trap there is. Once your own money is in, stopping feels like losing, so you put more in. It catches careful people. It's not a weakness, it's the design. And there was one moment that would have ended all of it, right at the start. The first time the job asked Leo to put his own money in, that is the line no real job ever crosses. Work pays you, you never pay it. The second the money started flowing the wrong way, out of his pocket instead of into it, the job was over and the scam began. Everything before that was the show. Strip away the app and the friendly chat, and it wears the same 3 marks as every scam we cover. Unexpected and urgent, an offer he never applied for, then a balance that could only be freed by paying again, right now. Impersonate someone you trust, a real company's borrowed name, a chat full of happy co-workers. It never needed Leo's trust, only one chance. Pushes a payment you can't undo, a deposit in crypto, a transfer to a stranger's account. This one adds a 4th mark of its own, a job that asks you to pay to get paid, a deposit to unlock your earnings, a fee for equipment or training, your own money going in before any comes out. Real work has never once worked that way. Money in a real job only ever flows one way, from the employers to you. The moment a job asks you to send money, to deposit something to unlock a task, to buy your own equipment up front, or to hand over your bank login so they can process payments, it isn't a job. It's a scam wearing a job's clothes. Close the chat. And if a company's name is on the offer, go to the company's real website yourself, find its careers page, and check there. Never trust the link, the number, or the recruiter in the message. A real employer writes from its own address and never asks you to pay to start. One more thing, because this is getting harder to spot, not easier. These messages used to give themselves away with bad spelling and clumsy grammar. That's gone. The writing is clean now. The fake adverts look professional, and the recruiter on a video call can be an AI-built face that doesn't belong to anyone. So stop judging this by how polished they look. Judge them by what they ask you to do. A real job, however shiny or plain, never asks you to fund your own paycheck. It's worth saying the trap doesn't check passports either. The same offer finds the newcomer in a country who will take any remote gig to get started, in whatever language they are job hunting in. The advice doesn't change. No real job charges you to work. If someone you know is job hunting right now, tired and ready to say yes to almost anything, forward them this.